Alright, tonight, welcome to another edition of the Puckett Homestead. We're going to be making our rabbit gravy. Now, you can make rabbit gravy out of tame rabbit, or you can make it out of wild rabbit. The only difference is if you're using it out of wild rabbit, you have to make sure that you check for shot because they have been shot with a shotgun. To start, you can do one of two things to make the gravy I make. You can put them in a pot and cover them with water and cook them 2 or 3 hours till the meat falls off the bone, or you can use a pressure cooker. Tonight I've opted to use the pressure cooker, so I'm going to put them in the pressure cooker. I'm going to put water in them. Now you want to put enough water in them to cover them. You're going to pull the meat off the bone in a little bit, so you don't want to add too much water because you still got to add milk and butter, milk and flour to this to form the gravy. You want to put your lid on, turn this thing on high, and when it goes to pressure, I'll run it 30 minutes. I'll be back when she started to show you what it looks like. Alright, as you can see, it came up to pressure. We're going to set the timer for 30 minutes. We'll turn this down a little bit. These particular pressure cookers are made, they don't do this, they're supposed to get to a slow, gentle rock. We'll turn it down a little bit. When it's rocking, I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, as you can see, it's been about a minute. It came down to where it needs to be. It'll do this slow, gentle rocking for about another 28 minutes. Then we'll take this out, pull all the meat off the bone, strain the water, and I'll be back when it's time to do that. Alright, it's been about 30 minutes. We're going to come over, turn everything off, pull this thing back, and we're going to let the pressure off of it. We'll be back when the pressure's off. Alright, we're back. As you can see, pressure's off. Next, you want to take the lid off. You want to take your rabbit out of the water. As you can see, it's falling off the bone. Don't worry if you can't get everything out. Like I say, we're going to strain this water with a strainer here in a minute. And what we don't get now, we'll get then. Alright, next you want to take your strainer. You want to strain this liquid. Be careful, it is hot. Next, you want to make sure you have everything out of your pan. You're looking for any kind of shot or bone that may be in here. Like I said, these rabbits were harvested in the wild. They were harvested with shotguns, so therefore you want to make sure there's no shot. It's not a good thing to feed your guests or your family shot. They have a tendency not to forget that. Next, you want to take your forks and pull this apart. Again, as you're pulling this apart, you want to take your bones out of it. Lay them to the side. We're going to debone this meat, and I'll bring you back when we got it done. Okay, now we have all the meat off the bone. You want to add a stick of butter back to your water that you strained and saved. I like to take my fingers and break the meat up one more time. I want to make sure that there's no shot or bone in here. I'm going to go ahead and put it back on a high heat. You want it to come to a boil. Kind of like if you watch my chicken and dumpling video, kind of like that. See, there's a piece of shot right there that would have went in. Can you see that? There's the shot. Try to get all the shot out of it. Like I say, if you use homegrown rabbits, you don't have to worry about it. You can slaughter them, process them, but when they're out there running in the woods, never waste the game that you hunt. Always, if you don't want it, find somebody else that'll take it. I'll get this all put together and come back and we'll go on the next step. Alright, now we have our meat back in the pot with our broth. We tried our best to get all the shot, bone out, anything we didn't like. Next, you take 4 cups of milk. To this, you're going to whisk in a half a cup of flour. This is going to be your gravy here. Now at this point, you can add your salt, pepper, and any other spices that you may choose. If you've ever watched anything I've made, I cook bland. I like people to put their own spices in. That way nobody can complain, that I put something in it that they don't like, or it's too salty, or it's too hot. So they put their own stuff in. You want to put this over into your pot. Go ahead and get a shot of that there for you. Next, you want to cook this until it gets the thickness that you want, stirring it occasionally. Serve this over cornbread or biscuits and you'll love it. I'll be back to show you the finished product here just shortly. Alright, it's finished. You're back. This is about to, you can get it as thick or thin as you want. It's about the consistency that we like. As I've said before, serve this on cornbread or biscuits. Whatever you want to serve it on, mashed potatoes. We like cornbread or biscuits. They can spice it up the way they want. If you like this, hit the like button. If you got any comments, drop us a comment. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Thank you.